Hello everyone, this is Ben, that guy with the French accent, and I'm joining you today to talk about the Open Gaming License and the Wizards of the Coast situation. I'm sure all of us tabletop gamers have heard about now. I didn't make a video at the time because well everyone and their sisters were doing a video about it, and I was more busy actually sharing information, sharing memes, doing my thing on social media at the time. I was sure that at some point I would have to address the situation. But with time, I thought, well, everything has been said. I'm not sure that people really need to have my little guy opinion on this. But I've been asked to share my thoughts about it, and that reminded me that yes, there are people who actually care, and thank you for caring. So I'm gonna go there. Um, I think it's also a good thing that now the dust has settled a little bit, so we can look at it a little less passionately, and so we're gonna talk about this. Uh, I won't go into the whole legality of the open game license. Uh, uh, Aside from talking about Creative Commons a little bit, but okay. So I'm gonna go straight to it. As far as the Wizards of the Coast, well, I think that the basically the mask has been taken off. Wizards of the Coast is not your friend. Wizards of the Coast is a corporation or part of a conglomerate, and the goal of the corporation is to make money for its shareholders. And so the new mission of the current CEO is to maximize profit for the D&D brand. She's made it clear in interviews. This is not something that should have taken us by surprise, and we're seeing the result of that. Basically, that means that the interest of the customer comes second. Uh, and this is obviously fundamentally misunderstanding that in the context of tabletop role playing and the community we have, these two things are actually intertwined. That is, the profit goes along with a community that feels listened to and able to participate to the life of the game. And but Wizards of the Coast uh, has no interest in this. I mean, their interest is driven by profit. So now they're doing damage control. Uh, they're sending their employees on different podcasts to make amends and build bridges after burning the whole castle down. But that is that 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 doesn't work. That's like the damage has been done. Right? I think that the trust, as far as could we trust Wizard of the Coast uh, as a company, whether as creators or customers, I think this answer is not a question of speculation anymore. We can't trust Wizard of the Coast because it is what it is. It is a corporation. As long as a corporation can get away with legalities, it will do what it wants. So and management changes over time. So whatever word you get from management may be as sincere as they feel. Uh, if the management changes 3 years down the road, the entire set of promises you've been made will be changed. So yeah, so you can't trust a company like Wizards of the Coast. Uh, so from there, the bright spot in the fallout of all this is the way Wizards of the Coast backtracked and put the system reference document 5.1 under the Creative Commons license. That's a step forward for creators because that allows creators to use the content of the system reference document without having to declare, like in the OGL you have to declare open content and product identity. With the Creative Commons license, you can just, all you have to do is reference that the Creative Commons material you are using belongs to Wizards of the Coast, and from there you can do what you want. It is, you don't have to add to your content to the Creative Commons either, right? So that offers a certain level of liberty with what you want to do with your own creations and your own property, intellectual property. Um, Now, that that will give the OSR, and that's the bright spot here, really. That gives the OSR an opening to leave Wizards of the Coast shadow behind. And by this I mean, um, now uh, we don't have to be in a continuous contractual relationship with Wizard of the Coast that can change, like the Open Game License, if they change the terms of the license. With Creative Commons, we're guaranteed that Wizards can't go back on its word. You know, the content under Creative Commons is content under Creative Commons. That's a good thing. With other publishers participating their own system reference documents to Creative Commons or some other form of license like ORC from Paizo, put in the hands of a party with no horse in the race, then we can start pumping more material for old editions of D&D, more material for games, old school games of the 1780s and forward, and we can grow our audiences and not have to worry about Wizard of the Coast anymore. So that's a step forward. To me as a customer, I stopped consuming goods from people who don't want me as a customer, as a rule, and that's from before this whole backlash. That comes from the whole politics, the activists taking over companies of role playing games and or writing role playing games and telling, well, I don't want these people to play my game. If you are like this, if you voted X or Y, then you can unfriend me. You can no, I don't want you buying my game. Okay, now I hear you guys. You know, people who do this, I listen to them, and if they don't want my money, they won't get it, and that's the bottom line to me. So that goes for Wizard of the Coast too, right? You backstab me, you make sure that I don't trust you in regards to contracts you make with other publishers that I buy product from. You make sure that I don't buy your product. Okay, that's fine. See, if you add on top of it inanities like oh, we don't need white people playing the game. I hope all white people would leave the game already. Okay, I hear you. I'm leaving the game. You know, there are other games out there. There are other variants of Dungeons and Dragons to play out there, and I believe you. When you say you don't want me as a customer, I believe you. So that's my attitude as a customer now. So as a customer, now I want to support people who care about me as a customer, people who are gamers or who care about gamers and what they want. You know, so in my little world as a gamer with my tastes and all that, that means people I know and I trust and people I like creatively speaking, right? So that includes, to name a few names, Castles and Crusades, Troller Games. These people have been great support for me and Ernie Gygax through the years, and Gary Gygax before. their game, Castles and Crusades, is a perfect bridge between the old school AD&D feel and the D20 mechanics. So you have a wide umbrella of material to pull inspiration from and do your own thing. So, and it's almost you can almost pick up a first edition module and use it directly with Castles and Crusade without much conversion at all. So, yeah. So that's one name. Northwind Adventures publishes Hyperborea, which used to be Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea, the role-playing game, which is a first edition variant with Clark Ashton Smith, H.P. Lovecraft, Robert E. Howard inspiration, and it's a very fine game. The products are outstanding, and this is made by a guy, Jeffrey Talanian, who's an ace. He's a great guy and trustworthy and so on. So great creatively and upbeat and So that's Northwind Adventure. These are people that I will support. And the little guys, like Peter Span comes to mind. That's the guy who does modules, and he has a variant of original D&D rules for World War II, and Stuart Robertson right now has a Kickstarter about Ancient Academy, a dungeon of some type. You got Courtney Campbell, who's got the Sinless cyberpunk fantasy type semi-Shadowrun clone thing going on Kickstarter. If you want to search for it, that's Sinless, and in one word. And this is all stuff that's worth the little creator and the little studios that do their own thing, that do great work, sometimes superior to Wizards of the Coast. Let's just say it point blank. These are the people I will support forward, and that's pretty much it. Huh? By the way, Stuart Robertson and Courtney Campbell, those are two people that I really, really disagreed with politically a few years back, right? One good thing that the whole Wizard of the Coast thing did, I think, is that it reminded us that we're all gamers, and that maybe it would be a good thing to leave the politics behind and get back to exchanging as gamers and people passionate about the same things. That and in that spirit, I don't want to hold people responsible for what they've said before. If they want to make a step forward and genuinely want to build bridges, I'll be there, right? If that's disingenuous and bullshit to just move units, I'll see it, and I'll cut the bridge myself. So we know, gamers are not stupid. We know when we're bullshitted. No. Anyway. So that leaves me as a customer. I'm a happy camper. I just have for instance, see, this is Castles and Crusade, the player's handbook. Right? Just got that, and that's the old version, which are pretty much compatible with one another, by the way. That's a game that has like 8 printings, right? But each printing is just a slight variation on the previous version. They're all, you can put those 2 books on the game table. Maybe there's going to be one rule somewhere that's going to be slightly different, like a modifier that could be different or whatnot. But otherwise, you're good. So I'm a happy camper right now as a gamer. I got tons of stuff to read. I got tons of material that is not Wizards of the Coast to play with. Now, as for my work and GP adventures and what's going on forward, that's another question. Right now, I'm waiting for the Marmorol the physical product that we did the Kickstarter for, to reach the hands of their backers. Following that, I'm working on the adaptation documents for the Marmoral tomb. You know that those are those documents that allow to use the tomb in different genres and different universes, right? So that would be the modern document. There would be the anticipation cyberpunk document. There would be the space fantasy document, and the weird fantasy document, right? For games like Conan RPG, Hyperborea, Solomon Kane maybe, those kind of things. So I'm working on those, and what remains once people receive their stuff is all the electronic document and that's part of it. For the conversions, this is complicated because of the situation with the OGL. Those conversions we can do, we will do, but I'm not willing to give Wizard of the Coast any more rights to reach the Marmoral tomb as of now. I'm not trusting Wizard of the Coast anymore, simply speaking. So we'll see of that how that unfolds, because that's a work I cannot do myself, and we'll need people to help. Now that we have the final products done and settled. Okay. So for those who can't get some of the add-ons that are not going to happen, I'm talking fold-up maps, I'm talking t-shirt and stuff like that, things that are fallen by the wayside, given how long the Kickstarter took and so on. Well, I'm planning on creating value for people that to have more bang for their buck. Okay. Going forward with GP Adventures. In terms of rules, GP Adventure we will go on using 4th edition compatible stuff, more likely. But I want to support Castles and Crusades creatively as well. So whether that takes the form of conversions immediately with, but that's not even. I'm not sure you even really need conversions for Castles and Crusades, given you can pretty much use 4th edition compatible stats with Castles and Crusades. But the point is that we have no problem from that standpoint. We'll keep on doing what we do going forward to develop the world and the Hobby Shop dungeon. So after the rest of the Kickstarter is fulfilled and we have a feeling that we got closure on it, then that's the Hobby Shop dungeon proper, the dungeon of early 1978 early that is on the block, which is directly related to the Marmoral tomb, right? They're supposed to work together. And after that would be more module from Ernie, the Gazetteer of the Duinnsmere, the lake, right? The big regional area, and the world. Villenor, the city, the free city of Villenor that is to the south of the Marmoral tomb and Hobby Shop dungeon area. The equivalent of the Grey Oak in our setting. And we go there forward from there. But all that stuff is going to take a lot of work, right? So in the meantime, what I'm planning on doing, and that's part of killing multiple birds with one stone, right? I will keep on developing this channel here. In order to develop ideas with you guys directly, face to face, and using my voice like this. I'll go on the series I started about the different phases of the Lake Geneva type game session and so on. Maybe some reviews later. I've got a ton of modules to read, and I'd love to talk to you about it. So that and ultimately, if I could monetize the channel that would be great. That would be a big help because I have no income in the intermediary with my work with GP. So and to that end, another way I'd like to pursue and to pursue the creative work is I created a Substack, uh, which is like a newsletter or not a blog. I'm thinking more. What I want to do is more like a magazine online, really, where where I develop my ideas online and give tons of uh, content for people to use either with the Duinnsmere and the Marmoral Tomb and or all fantasy games, you know, Dungeons and Dragons editions, uh, RunQuest, Stormbringer, whatever, right? And if I get into cyberpunk or whatever, you know, like all sorts of things, as well as opinions and all that. So, whether that's ideas for adventures, topics about role playing games, how to create a mega dungeon, sample NPCs, excess of the excess of the world in between the Marmoral Tomb and the Hobbyshop dungeon. So detailing this whole area, I would do that on that Substack. Uh, so I'm working on this. I got the Substack. I'm thinking of the different levels of subscription. What you get if you just visit and don't want to participate anything, and the different levels you could get. That would be another way to support me and my work monetarily, and so I'm working on this. And so that all that would be for the midterm, right? And that would both produce content for people to use, help with alternative content and all that, to give value to people, including the backers of the Marmoral Tomb who might still miss something, and continue the work on the future products that will be printed from GP Adventures, right? So this is where we are now, and so like you can see, I'm full of ideas. I'm really into it. Like right now, like I said, I'm basically after the whole Marmoral Tomb thing. I'm trying to rebuild my creative energies. You know, I'm consuming media. I'm reading. I'm yeah. I'm recycling. You know, I'm cleansing myself to be able to get back into the creative work. But which never ends really because well, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm rambling now. So I hope you will find this appealing, and I hope you consider supporting GP in the future, and will support the OSR broadly speaking, going forward, because we have a lot of opportunities before us, and that would be great if we could really get the best out of all this crap that just happened, leave it behind, and just get great products and great ideas out there in the world, and just enjoy gaming, like you know, like it's a new golden age. It would be amazing. In the meantime, I hope fortune grants you all the critical hits you deserve, and I'll see you later for more videos on this channel. Thank you, and bye bye.